frustrating. I have been disorganized my entire life, and I've got all these books. I don't even know where to start.
It seems to me you need to start with the house. You have way too much stuff.
Where did you come from? And wait a minute. What do you mean I have too much stuff and you don't?
Well, I guess we both do. My point is that this stuff is getting all of our attention. It is just sitting out everywhere, begging to be put away.
I think I heard about that in a video by the Minimal Mom. She called it the unspoken to-do list, right?
Yes, I saw that too. Great video. We should totally make sure we put a link in the description for that.
Yeah, I agree. But about us, what are we supposed to do?
I think we should start here.
Yeah, but we have ADHD. I mean, like, aren't we supposed to follow a special program for those of us with ADHD?
Nah. Marie Kondo actually helped a lady with ADHD tidy up her business and her home on her show, Sparking Joy.
Right. Good episode.
All right, so now all we need to do is get started. So let's take a look and, here it is. The first category that we need to conquer is clothing. If you're not familiar with the Marie Kondo system, you declutter your items by category rather than by room.
Already done.
How?
And it's very loud again. It's okay, I'll wait.
I don't hear anything.
Don't you remember? We did that months ago.
Oh yeah. We used to wear our hair differently back then too, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't have much experience on camera either, so we were a bit chatty back then.
Man, those first few videos are going to be a nightmare to edit.
No worries. I found someone to take care of that.
Been a little bit cluttered.
Why does she talk so much?
Things never quite put away. And I just want to be... Well, now all we have to do is go back in time and see how we did. Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
To get started, I grabbed all of the clothing I owned. Luckily, when we moved into our new house a few months prior to recording this video, I made sure to put all of my clothes in my closet. This saved me from having to search all over the house to gather all of my clothing. To do this properly, it's necessary to gather all of your clothing. Next, I went through each and every piece of clothing, carefully deciding which pieces stay and which ones needed to be discarded. I started with items on hangers first. For me, this is the bulk of my wardrobe. I had tops, sweaters, jackets, dresses, shorts, and pants. With each item, I was questioning if I liked the item. Did I like the way I felt in the item? Did I like the way I looked in the item? If I couldn't answer yes, I had to let it go. Once the hanging items were sorted, I moved on to the items in the drawers: socks, pajamas, and workout clothes. Since I wanted to transfer the clothes into a proper dresser, I tackled both tasks at the same time. finally, I wrapped up the clothing category with my shoes. I had a lot of shoes. Pair by pair, I discarded anything that hurt my feet, that no longer provided the support I need, and that seemed excessive or redundant. A few pairs of fun shoes are okay, but not a whole organizer full. And now for the reveal. But first, I need to tell you a little something about this reveal. You're gonna see a before and after of my closet, and you might be looking at some of it thinking, Andrea, it doesn't really look all that different. I agree with you on that. Probably the most notable change is the new dresser, well, the new to me dresser that is replacing the kind of piecemeal wire drawer system that I had in place for holding a lot of my folded clothing. In addition to that, you'll probably also notice a lot fewer shoes, but really mostly this was about a clothing declutter. This was not about a closet clean out. That is a whole nother video, which, you know, if you want to see that, you just let me know in the comment section below and I can make that happen. I ended up spreading this declutter out over 2 afternoons, but most of that time was actually because I was filming what I was doing, and that does take a little bit more time. In the end, I ended up donating about 3 boxes and 1 giant suitcase full of clothing and shoes. Plus, I also had 1 tall kitchen garbage bag full of items that weren't donatable. Well, I am glad that process is completed. In all honesty, as you can tell from the title, I was not planning on filming this video. You're probably wondering, well, why? Especially after seeing like how much stuff I ended up discarding. Why wouldn't you end up filming this video? Why didn't you want to do that, Andrea? Well, to put it simply, I didn't think I needed to. You see, about 5 years ago, I heard about the Marie Kondo method, and I bought the book and read it cover to cover. And at that point in time, I did what I thought was a pretty significant clothing declutter. And after that time, we ended up moving. I really didn't get through many other categories, and well, it's taken me this much time to get back to it. So in this case, it really, it wasn't a matter of, I felt that I needed to start over, although that is part of it. I knew I wanted to take on this process. I knew that the first step in my journey really needed to be decluttering my house. And I wanted to commit to this program. So part of me was saying, okay, in order for me to truly execute the Marie Kondo method with all the categories in my house means that I can't skip a step. But trust me, I tried to talk myself out of it because I thought, well, with that decluttering that I did 5 years ago, I got rid of a lot of things, and I don't think that my wardrobe is that bad. It's fine. I don't think I need to do anything. I don't need to maybe pull out a few things. It's kind of untouchable, right? Now, if I ended up discarding that much stuff from my closet, then clearly I had some things that I had to get rid of. It's important, though, to dissect Why? Because I don't want to get back there again. I don't want to get back to this place where I've got boxes and boxes of extra things in my closet that I don't need to have. So the first mistake that I feel that I made was that I wasn't prepared. But here's what I didn't do. I didn't do any research before just hopping into my closet and start going through all of my clothes the first time. So in preparing for this video, I was looking at other people's clothing declutter because I wanted to, feel like I was a bit more prepared this time around. And I stumbled upon a video by Callie Bransforth, and I'll of course link it in the description below. But basically she talks about your wardrobe being like 80-20. So 80% of your wardrobe should be made up of the clothing that you wear most of the time. For me, I've learned that I'm a jeans and t-shirt girl, and that's the majority of my wardrobe. And I like to have a lot of basic pieces that I can mix and match or maybe dress up or style in different ways. That's my happy place. So now 80% of my wardrobe is made up of those pieces that I can wear most of the time, every day, mix and match, style, dress up, dress down. The other 20% is then made up of sort of those things that you need once in a while. So for me, once in a while, I need business dress clothes. But instead of having 12 pieces, I maybe only have a handful of pieces, right? Same with dresses. Instead of having 20 dresses, I've learned that really for me, a handful of dresses are all I need, right? But I don't need to have a big, huge collection of them because I don't have the need for them very often. And this is something that, again, that I pulled from Callie's video. When there is an occasion for me to wear a nicer dress, there is very little likelihood that there's any overlap from one event to the next in terms of the people in attendance of those events, right? Chances are the only person that's going to be in common when I go to, say, a work event with my husband and then maybe a wedding in the family, the only person in common is going to be my husband. And I can assure you that while, yes, he does care about what I wear, he doesn't care what I wear. Yeah, the dress can get worn more than once. So, yes, 20% of my wardrobe is kind of dressier than usual clothes. And then in that 20%, there's also more casual than normal clothes. Say, I do have a lot of athletic wear. I don't know, say I actually go crazy and decide to go back to the gym or something. I don't know. Probably not going to happen, but hey, you know what? If I do decide to go back to the gym, if I finally have the motivation to work out again, I don't want the reason for me to not exercise to be because I don't have exercise clothes. Another mistake that I feel that I made was I was keeping what I call safety net items. I kept these things thinking they were basics and I had to have them, but then before I would leave the house, I would end up changing my mind at the last minute, even if it meant that I had to change clothes or part of my outfit so that I could wear something that was more flattering, accommodating, looked nicer, felt nicer. And this was a lot of pieces. I had a lot of pieces in my wardrobe that fit this category. They were safety nets. They seemed like they were good, safe options, or they were a good basic, but they had a flaw of some sort. Because I acknowledged that these items had flaws, I avoided wearing them. I would change my mind at the last minute. I would try to make myself wear them or use them. But then at the last minute, I would talk myself out of it. So in the end, I had learned to live without these items. But the mistake that I continued to make was that I kept them in my closet. Why was I keeping them? I finally let them go. I was already living without them, okay? At the end of the day, if they were that important, wouldn't I have already replaced them? And time will tell. If it turns out that I need to replace any of these items, then I will do just that. I will go out and I will replace these items with something that fits my needs. It will be something that looks nice. It will be something that feels good on my feet. It will be something that feels good on me. I'm not going to settle anymore. I don't necessarily have to spend $1 million on my wardrobe, but I'm also not going to settle for garbage either. So in the end, this declutter not only made getting ready easier for me every day because I have the things in my wardrobe that I actually want in there and that I enjoy wearing. But it really helped me to learn a lot of things about myself. And so this has really then catapulted me forward and helped me in other areas, in other categories of decluttering. Spoiler alert, there are going to be more videos like this coming because, well, I recorded them and yeah, I am going to edit them and make it happen. So do make sure that you stay tuned. I will be coming out with another video soon. I thank you so much for spending your time with me today, and I hope to see you in my next one. Okay, first and foremost, my dog is right under my feet, so he might get noisy. There's a big truck coming down my street and it's very noisy. I know, it's UPS. It's dangerously close to my house. Be prepared for my dog to go nuts. There it is. Yeah, UPS came to my house. Yep. Yeah. Congratulations to me, UPS came to my house. I'll wait. Doggy. Okay, that's enough. That's it, you just calm yourself down. Let it go, doggy. Okay. If this comes across as a hot mess, it's because UPS showed up and my dog went nuts.